Oh man, I'm gonna practice some freaking self-defense. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That looked about as stupid as a lot of the things we see people training. Mickey with CarryTrainer.com. Hope you're well, and I want to talk to you about something super simple. I want to talk to you about a single-handed draw stroke. We've talked about this before. I'm going to give you something that you can train anywhere, anytime that it's safe and legal to have your gun out in dry fire. No ammunition needed, no trip to the range, no eyes and ears needed, just you, your concealed carry gun, and something like a heavy bag or a wall or a tree, something you can put in front of you. Why would we want to train this? Well, first of all, what problem are we trying to solve? Why did we all go out and buy a weapon? This is a completely empty magazine, P365 from SIG, that Boresight Solutions did their excellent grip package too, and I'm carrying it in a Vetter light tuck holster, EDC Belt Company's belt. Why do we go get all this stuff? Why do I have this thing? Well, the long and the short of it is I kind of dig being alive, and I have a inkling or a hunch that you kind of dig being alive too. As such, I want the means to protect myself and to extend my righteous will. That's how I like to explain it. My righteous will. Righteous meaning right. Not religious, but right. My will to live is righteous. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm not trying to frickin' take something that doesn't belong to me. All I'm trying to do is go about my own business, and I want to have the means to protect my life, my family's, and other innocent lives from unrighteous violence. Okay, so we got that. Well, what kind of problems are out in the world? So this past 2020 and 21 showed us tons of violence in America and all over the world. Sadly, just the other day in Europe, a man killed 5 people with a bow and arrow. Violence between humans is not new, but one thing that I think we often don't think about is how close people get to us. So my friend, the heavy bag here, is going to be a dude in my space, up in my grill. And that is what we're mimicking or imitating today. First of all, with dry fire, treat every gun as if it's always loaded. Double, triple check that the gun is unloaded. A good safe way to do that would be to lock the slide to the rear, remove the feed, look away, look back. Visually and if needed physically, inspect the chamber. Inspect where the mag goes. Again, check the mag and make sure that it's empty. Slide forward. Safely recover to the holster. Make sure you don't have any ammunition on you. I am not going to use any area that my muzzle's oriented as a safe space if there's anybody over there. I'm not going to even point it at a wall unless that wall is something that will stop bullets, concrete, for example. In this instance, everything on that end of the office is empty and it's concrete and brick. So I know I'm good to go. Use good logic. Accidents happen. Everything that we're training should support the outcome. You shooting a hole into your neighbor's house does not support the outcome that we're looking for, which is living a long, full life. Back to the message, single-hand draw stroke. Why is this important? Well, just imagine me and some dude are clinched up, right? We're grabbing each other, we're touching, no, we're not dancing. Maybe I've got an underhook. I'm under dude's arm here, and I've got him caught maybe by the ear. Well, he's hurting me. I need this weapon. Well, now all of a sudden I don't have this hand to clear the cover garment. Simple shit. But are we developing repeatable, robust skills that are going to support us winning in violence? That's what I want. So I'm going to grab that cover garment, pin it to my body, punch down onto the grip. I'm going to rip that gun up. I'm going to come to a high pectoral index. I'm going to cant that gun slightly outboard. So the grip will come inboard, the frame will cant outboard. And the reason I'm going to do that is that it will allow that slide to reciprocate into open space. If somebody had a large chest, you got gear on, this is going to work. This little gun doesn't need a lot of space, but if that gun did bounce off of my chest, it's going to short stroke. It's probably not going to feed another round. I'm now going to need to tap rack and make space to re-engage the target. So I want to develop the habits that are going to support the outcome. Safely recover to the holster. Why am I saying that? Because I want to ingrain an excellent process of going back to the holster. Dry fire is not just pressing a trigger. It's anything that we're doing. And anything that we're doing can be correct or incorrect. So let's be mindful. So mindfulness, I'm also training mindfulness as I'm doing this. So I've got that underhook, dude's in front of me. Holy shit, I have to go for my gun. I come up, I punch out, press, 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 exercise over. So how are we getting to the gun? People train this different ways. The clothing that you choose matters. The difference of a big sweatshirt versus something else matters. So you need to train this with the clothing that you have on. There are guys like my friend Gabe White that only wears the same clothes. He's got lots of them, so he's not wearing the same clothes every day, but he's got like the same shirt and the same pants. That way his draw stroke always is the same for him. Food for thought. So a couple ways. The way I like to do it, well, I'll show you the several ways and then I'll show you how I like to do it. Some folks like to come up and hook the shirt. So you're kind of coming in against the thigh, between the dick and thigh. There's a little void there. Come in, come straight up, pinch, and come back down onto the gun. So you're coming up, pinching the shirt with this chunk of arm and punching down. So it looks something like this, up, pinch, down. And if done quickly, it looks something like that, right? Up, down. Up, down, and I'm pinching here and then punching onto the gun. Up, down. Another way people do this, my friend Jeff Gonzalez shares this in his classes, thumbs up, right? So like the Fonz, hey, you come up, you hook the shirt, you come up, punch down. Come up, punch down. If you were in this position, you'd come up, trace across the body and punch down. You'd come up, trace across the body, punch down. And my preferred way, because I want to make sure that I've got a hold of those clothes, is I grab a hunk of shirt. I come up, pinch, and come down. Come up, pinch, and when I say pinch, I'm pinching the shirt against my abdomen. I come down. So at a little bit more speed, it looks like that, right? Looks just like that. I want repeatable. So train it until it's repeatable. If this guy was in front of me and I was not in that locked position, that underhook in that clinch, I could be practicing a frame. So I've got a frame across the front of their body. That'd be like an arm across chest, neck, face, right? Hey man, back off. I get my cover garment out of the way, get my master grip, clear the holster, that gun gets canted outboard. Now press, press, press. All the while, I'm practicing and ingraining the orientation of that muzzle in time and space to him and to any of my bits. I don't want to train in that which will not work later. So I've got that frame, pop, 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 safely recover to the holster. Got that frame, come up, pop, 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 safely recover to the holster. If you notice when I'm holstering, I pop my pelvis out because it orients that muzzle out over my thighs, feet, etc. It's just a redundancy. Why do I have the gun? As we started, to protect myself, winning in violence, not to make holes in myself. Frame, pop, pop, pop. You know what else you could do here? Imagine if this gun went empty. It didn't work. There's armor. You missed. Dude's lit up on all kinds of drugs. He's not stopping. I've now run through my 12, 13 rounds in my mini gun. I've got a very good striking weapon. That will hurt. That will cause more damage than probably your fist. If you have a good strong fist and you drive in, and I'm not suggesting you start beating your pistol up, but thinking about the mindset of what we're doing should dictate the training. We'll go back to that clinch. Clear. Safely recover to the holster. Clear. Safely recover to the holster. Training should dictate you winning, right? The mission should dictate the training. Meaning, if you're my friend Z and you're still in the service and you're going to go with a group of super soldiers to go deploy to hit an objective, that training is going to support the mission. Is it a mountain? Is it a desert? Is it the water, right? You need the correct gear and training for the environment and for the mission. Our mission is to go about our lives, not with people. And then if somebody with us in a manner that puts our life and limb in jeopardy, we have the ability to stop them from doing that so we can go on living. So our training needs to be directed to that end. As always, What's the goal? The goal's over here. The goal is I want to win. I want to keep living. I want to deploy righteous violence if need be and none other. Here's where I am. How do I get there? What do I fill in to get to here? Here's something else. This process from here to here is ongoing till the day you die. And you will die. So I think it's important that when we think about the goal that's here, this long, full life thing, we think about things like our physical health, right? Are we doing things to continue to build our body? Protecting myself is not just a gun, right? It's not just the knives, lights, and all that junk we have on us. It's protecting myself. It's also protecting myself here and here. Are you surrounding yourself with dipshits? Are you surrounding yourself with good people that build you up and in turn you build up? Are you eating good food? Are you getting enough sleep? You telling your wife and kids you love them enough? Are you telling yourself you love yourself enough? A little deeper than dry fire, but guess what? We get to train ourselves to be whoever and whatever we want. We get to train ourselves to be whatever and whoever we want. And therein lies the beauty and truth of the liberty that comes from our republic. Train to protect and preserve life, not only yours, but any innocent life that might need you, that you might be called upon to intervene on. But do also live a life worth protecting and defending. This is Mickey with CarryTrainer.com. I wish you well. Beat a bag up if you need to. Beat your friends up a little bit if need to. Hey, all of this can be done with dummy guns and a real person. But I would venture to say you should start out on the bag. New video coming on the next part of this. Be well, don't be dickheads. Tell somebody you love them.